Was geht, meine lieben Freunde, euer Nudi und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einem The House in Fata Morgana Let's Play. Wir sind hier im 48. Let's Play angelangt und wieder die Musik. Erstmal haben wir letztes Mal das dritte Ending, glaube ich, gehabt. Ne?
Crazy.
Also Bonjour Puppe. Da haben wir gesagt, I won't force her und dann wissen wir die Wahrheit, aber gehen halt so trotzdem mit ihr mit. Und jetzt sagen wir, not remembering is not an option, weil es die letzte Sache ist. Kleiner Remind für euch, was so war. Wir haben uns selber reclaimed, also wir wissen, dass wir wissen, wer wir sind, aber es steht trotzdem Fragezeichen da. Aber für uns ist eigentlich klar, wir sind Michel. Und White Girl Reveal, Digga, hat nie existiert. Giselle war immer White Girl anscheinend und es war einfach die Maid, die nicht wahrhaben will, dass sie es war.
Crazy.
That's not my name, so trying to confuse me. So please, just let me keep being the man, not some foolish girl. Ja, if so, then. Und jetzt sagen wir, not remembering is not an option. Und dadurch kriegen wir wahrscheinlich den Maid Flashback, wie sie geworden ist, wie sie ist. Let's go, Freunde. Okay, Freunde, let's go.
No matter what she says, I know I'm right. And if she doesn't reclaim her old self, I'll never get to hear her say my name again. I know I'm being selfish here, but I can't do that. If you're afraid of what you might find, we can remember together. I haven't forgotten everything back. I haven't gotten everything back yet myself. So let's open the real door together.
Jetzt die reale fourth door. There are no other doors to open. Die echte vierte Door.
But there is.
Ja, Freunde, ist daher, immer Wasser trinken und so.
One that can only open by our hands because it exists between the two of us. Not the door with physical form, but the door to your heart.
The door to...
I grasp her unnatural cold hand, a hand that long ago once had warmth. If she can't lead the way, then I have to. I must pick up the pieces of our erased history so we can both reclaim ourselves. Find the actual truth. No matter what we may uncover, I will not let go of this hand, so I mustn't let go of it. No, I mustn't let go of it. Darkness falls over the world around us. The floor upon which we had been standing flickers out of existence, sending us dropping into an endless abyss. The dark pit. This is her door. Huh? Her history. Her heart. Let's try this one more time. Spider-Verse.
One more time.
Huh?
Der war ja auch so Ukebe.
Yeah.
One more loop.
It's not a sweet story by any means. It's a story of betrayal, anger, hatred. We caused each other pain. But that's the road we traveled. And down that road lies all the answers.
Ich bin jetzt gespannt. Heißt es jetzt... Oh, reclaim yourself. The first step toward uncovering the truth. The fourth door. Die reale fourth door jetzt. Yo.
Yo. The
The
fifth,
fifth door. Okay, sie wird einfach so genannt,
Ja.
aber es ist die reale fourth
Okay,
door.
also die Fourth Door war einfach so die
Fake-Version.
und Fifth Door, also
Ist die reale Fourth Door.
Memory, aber ist halt, so heißt die Fifth Door.
Okay,
Geil.
Freunde. Okay, warte kurz. Jo. Jetzt, so ist es wie beim Spiegel. Oh mein Gott, das Kapitel heißt The Cursed Mansion. Hörst du diese Galopp?
Ja.
So war es, als wir im
Ja.
Spiel gegangen sind, als Giselle.
Yeah. It had been several days since I left the capital, and I could still see it when I closed my eyes. The people lined up on the grand pond, awaiting entry, eager to start a new life there, brimming with hope. It was a city people were willing to pay high taxes to live in. If you were a performer, you could get some of those costs shaved down a bit by putting those skills to use. The capital was harsh on those who wanted in, and apathetic about all who left. It was composed of a powerful nobility and clergy, wealthy merchants and bankers, and a large population of poor. Wir müssen echt mal so eine Liste aufschreiben eigentlich, ne? Mit so Wörtern, die wir nicht kennen.
Warte. Wieder Englischunterricht. Clergy. Klerus. Ach so. Okay.
Verstehe, also die Nobel, Klerus und die Poor.
Ja, und Beggars.
And it was the city I had called home for a long time. I didn't know much about where I was heading. Yo, the soundtrack is back.
Summer,
It's getting foggy.
Genau sowas.
Looks like it might rain. Maybe we should take a little break.
Eben. Der Fahrer hat nicht mal geantwortet dann.
You want to keep going? Oh, alright then. The coachman was frustratingly taciturn.
Ja,
He acted as though he had gotten stuck transporting a prisoner. Though that was hardly a stretch. From his point of view, I was nothing more than a criminal.
Which?
Even the times we would acknowledge I had said anything, he made no effort to hide the scorn in his eyes. To pretend he didn't regret ever taking this job. And I would just fall silent again. The road was gradually getting narrower. We had long since left the paved city roads behind, and were now traveling along a couple of worn-down grooves in the forest. How did I end up here? Why was I being subjected to this? I was done thinking about it. The more I thought on it, the less fair it seemed. The more I remembered, the worse it hurt. All I could do anymore was close my eyes and weave the storm.
Weather.
Echt?
Ja.
Oh. Deep within the dense woods, a mansion appeared before us like the world fading into view after a dream.
Ja, das ist immer so. Genau dieser Satz.
Like the world fading into view after a dream. It didn't seem to be an especially large house, but it had obviously been constructed with a great deal of care, and it was thankfully not standing in ruins. This deep in the forest? The carriage came to a stop. The coachman climbed down, signaling with his chin for me to get out.
Get out.
Thank you, very much. You must be tired after such a long journey. This is the mansion I am looking for, yes? But the driver didn't even acknowledge me getting back into the carriage and setting off into the forest. He seemed to want to get as far away from her as quickly as possible.
Hier.
Here. He could have said something.
Ja, das ist wirklich wie im Spiegel, aber jetzt
Oh,
sehen wir, wie es
wow.
real war. Also der Spiegel, der Spiegel war so ein Tease von der Fifth Dawn.
That was about all I could say anyway. Oh well. I couldn't blame anyone for my being here, or for his wanting to get out. I should get going, I guess.
Get out.
Getting a better look at it, the house's windows were, strangely enough, all shuttered. It was probably dark as pitch inside. Does no one live here? But if that's the case, then why was I... Placed my hand on the front door. Such a big door. What if I couldn't get in? I had no idea what else there was in this area. If the door didn't open, then I would die out here in the forest. I've come to accept much, but I was not ready to forfeit my life yet. Please open.
Ja, jetzt triffst du wieder auf Mikkel.
It's not locked, I guess. The door was heavy, and though it seemed to protest my attempts to enter, it still opened much easier than I was expecting. I was worried over nothing. Looking in, I got the strangest impression that light was being swallowed up into the mansion's depths. Rather than going inside, it felt as though I was about to step outside the boundaries of this world. When I closed the door, it was so dark I couldn't even tell where I was walking. I wonder if the window was open. Though I managed to fumble my way over to a window, it was tightly shuttered. and the shutters caked with rust. I was probably not getting it open without a fight. Darn! Not a hint of light. I couldn't even see my hand waving in front of my face. Das haben wir alles schon mal gesehen, oder? Oder diesen Dialog. Das
Ja,
ist schon,
vieles davon.
Ja.
Ich weiß nicht mehr ganz genau, was
It
schon.
felt as though the floor would fall out from the room under me, and I would sink into eternal darkness if I didn't watch my step. Fighting back that feel, I slowly walked forward, tracing the wall with my hand. There was a door at the end of a long corridor. I pulled it open, and a wisp of bone-chilling air brushed past me. It was too dark to see anything, but I could feel something different present in this area than the rest of the house. Uneasiness gripped me. Hello? Is anyone there? Please don't tell me it's actually abandoned. I suppose I can't know without looking around a bit more. My voice simply disappeared into the void. No response. As I pushed forward through the freezing air, for a split second, I spotted a shimmer of light. Shimmer? Squinting my eyes, I was able to make out a large window. Unlike the others, it wasn't shuttered. What do we have here? Grapes. I see a little light beyond. My chances were slim, I imagined, but if there was even a slight possibility of getting some light in here, it was worth a shot. So I pulled open the drapes. The next moment, faint but colorful light shone down on me. It was a stained glass window. From beyond the glass, I could hear the subtle pitter-patter of rain. It had finally started, it seemed. The different colors of light blended into a milky white, dim but wondrous. It's so pretty. It looks like an angel. Why would someone cover this up? It's beautiful. With a little more light, it would be...
Please do not touch the drapes. Or the windows.
Suddenly, I hear a voice, and I could sense someone else in the room. The man's voice was emotionless, neither deep nor high. Before long, he came into view, illuminated by dull, orange candlelight.
Hey, Michael!
I'm sorry for coming in uninvited, but I did announce myself.
Deswegen, nachdem wir erfahren haben in der Pforte, dass der Name von Whitehead Girl Giselle sein soll, stand da nicht Giselle, weil es nicht sie ist, weil sie nie existierte.
Aber warum steht? Oder steht ab jetzt Michel da? Anstatt Fragezeichen. Okay. The man stood there, practically blending in with the darkness. Had he been there the whole time? He was staring straight at me. His gaze wavered slightly, but not enough for me to read anything in it. Then again, I could hardly make out any detail at all under the light of a single candle. Is this, your mansion?
It is.
Thank goodness. I was afraid it was deserted.
I suspect you would have preferred it if the house were abandoned.
Oh, not at all. I would be scared to death staying in this stark mansion all by myself. Ah, I'm sorry. No ill will intended. But I do think it could do with some light. That way you could see where you were walking. And I'm sure this room would look splendid illuminated.
Not necessary. I make do perfectly well as things are.
How can you see when it's so dark?
I have an abundance of candles and oil for lamps. I'm not in want of means of creating light. It is not your place to criticize my lifestyle. If you need light, you are free to leave. If you are in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture.
Okay, das halt genau, kann mich dann wohl so ein großer Unterschied passieren wird, you know? Zu der echten, also von der echten jetzt. So,
Ja.
habt ihr alles schon mal gesehen.
Ja, das hier wird jetzt alles gleich sein, aber dann hat es ja
Ja,
weggekattet.
Ich frage mich halt,
Das-
wann so der Unterschied kommen wird.
Ja, es wird kein Unterschied kommen jetzt. Es wird einfach die Szene zu Ende und danach halt alles neu. Glaube ich. There's a village not far from here. Trade it for food, then make your way to a larger town.
I am no longer able to freely return to the city. I cannot go back there. Please, don't chase me out.
I see. And do you ask this of me, aware of how people refer to this mansion?
They say that the witch lives here.
Not merely a witch.
A cursed witch.
If you remain here, you too shall likely suffer your own destruction.
You're worried for my well-being? Witch or not, my mind is made up. I was sent to this cursed witch's mansion to atone for my transgressions back in the city. It didn't matter that what lived here, I had no choice.
Which will strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse?
You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale.
The witch is real, very much so. It is not a legend, nor a fairy tale. The witch's name was Morgana. Aber diesmal nicht The Witch is Me. Hä?
Ich würde sagen,
Hallo, is me.
so,
Ja?
wir haben mir den Spiegel angeschaut, ne?
Hm.
Und wenn wir den Spiegel nie angeschaut hätten, dann hätten wir es halt jetzt zum ersten Mal gesehen. Oder haben die Szene schon mal. Egal, du weißt schon, was ich meine, ne?
Nein, wenn wir den Spiegel nie angeschaut hätten, dann hätten wir wahrscheinlich nicht Reclaim Yourself machen können. Weil dadurch haben wir ja überhaupt gedoubtet, was alles real ist und was nicht ist.
Maybe.
Also ab jetzt ist neu. Oder kaum, was jetzt kommt. Jetzt erstmal Speicherpunkt, der Geld.
Denkst du, dass es aber auch ein Ende gibt, das man nur achieven kann, wenn man nicht in den Spiegel schaut?
Ja, dann muss man halt das machen.
Mhm. Yes.
Ja, also erstmal, wir spielen das hier zu Ende.
Ja.
Außer hier kommen dann nochmal so weitere Enden. Keine Ahnung, ne?
Ja.
Und dann lade ich zurück zu dem Spiegel, drück Nein und guck dann, was passiert.
Ja. Yes. That was our first encounter. It was nothing flowery or dramatic. It was rather laced with suspicion and wariness. We knew nothing about one another, and I had no interest in changing that. But nonetheless, that was where it all began. Where my history with her commenced. Achso, dann hättest du lesen sollen.
Ja, I guess. Jo, Soundtrack?
Yo! Giselle.
Ja. Ein fake white-headed girl.
Neues Soundtrack?
Mhm.
Screenshot oder nicht?
Ja, stimmt. Design. The woman had jade eyes. Open wide, they glimmered like jewels in the light shining through the stained glass window. She seemed to be at a loss for words. I wasn't lying, per se. The rumors said a witch lived in this house, and I was the only one who filled that criteria. Thus, said rumors could be interpreted to be talking about me. After staring at me dumbfounded for a few moments, the woman suddenly burst into laughter.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Here I was thinking you were kind of scary, and it turns out you're actually quite funny.
What?
I never would have guessed you were someone to tell such a ridiculous joke with a straight face.
I wasn't.
You don't look at all like a witch. I mean, it's dark and I can't really see, but you seem to be like a rather handsome man.
The word witch. The word witch has broader meaning than just a woman who practices magic. Ja, hatte ich ja gesagt. Any unholy person with cursed powers, man or woman, can be considered a witch.
Was du gesagt hast.
Ja.
I think I get what you're trying to say, But my mental image of a witch is definitely more a woman, yeah, safe. So you're not a witch. To tell you the truth, I didn't know who might be here, which had me rather scared. But I think I can make this work.
What do you...
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master.
Master?
I was sent here from your old home.
Ah, oha.
I was an Abigail for your mother, but, well, I might have made a little goof. I might have made a little goof.
I froze the moment the word left her mouth. Home. It rattled down in my, it rattled around in my skull, shaking up terrible memories that almost broke me to my knees. Why, after all these years, were they reaching out to me now? And not even sending someone to bring me back, just sending someone. Stacey Cook, geile Soundtrack by the way. Boah. To what end? For what purpose had they slipped an Abigail out to this remote mansion? What was my mother thinking? Hä? Sie lebt noch?
Sonst war sie, davor war sie tot.
Ja? Also ist der Curse auch nicht true? Die ist ja gestorben beim Birth. Was this another one of her attempts to break my curse? Ah, doch den Curse. Aber... What do you mean, you made a little goof? My voice came out weak. I did my best not to let it show on my face.
It was a teeny tiny mistake. Nothing you need to concern yourself
It
with.
was safe groß.
Eben sagte mal.
What did mother say about me?
Well, it was actually your father who had told me to come here. I never really spoke to your mother much.
Father sent you? That made even less sense. Why would he have? Did father even know I was here? No, if he had known, I would have been... Who was this woman? And what was her goal in asking to stay here?
Well, there you have it. I'll be here for a while. If you need me for anything, do not hesitate to ask. I'm confident I can handle most everyday tasks. Now, where should I begin? Einfach das Lächeln ist so viel anders als die Maid, ne? Es ist hier richtig freundliches Lächeln und bei der Maid ist es so...
I will kill you.
Yeah. Ah, I know. Are you hungry, Master? Food. I can't imagine you eat much, being as skinny as you are.
Skinny Pete?
So
Okay, warte, ich will kurz einmal abchecken. Also ich glaube, jetzt, das war nur so ein Gimmick von der Fourth Door, weil die halt fake war, aber wir können trotzdem mal abchecken, ob hier irgendwas im Backlog falsch ist, ne?
Du hast recht, vielleicht kommt jetzt nichts mehr davon.
Ich glaube, da wird nichts mehr kommen, ehrlich gesagt, aber kann man mal abchecken.
Oh, das ist auch einer meiner Lieblings-Soundtracks. So, vielleicht
Nee, hier ist gar
Top
nichts.
5.
Ja, ich glaube, das könnte nur noch kommen, wenn nochmal die Witch kommt. Das Ding ist, die Witch wird jetzt so gegeben, so als würden wir nicht wissen, wer es ist, aber es könnte sein, dass wir es trotzdem wissen. So kam am Ende ist Michel doch die Witch.
Die Sache ist auch,
Oder so ein Scheiß.
Ja, ob wir noch mal früher sehen von der Timeline als 1099.
Ja, zum Beispiel Flashback von...
Ja. Weil wir sind jetzt auch Dorf 5 ist jetzt die Wahrheit von 1099.
Ja.
Und dann kommt noch 3 danach und bin gespannt.
I turned my back on her without responding. Was cool wäre, wenn wir es von alleine hinkriegen, alle Enden zu machen. Das habe ich bei Stenzel Classic geschafft, bei Zero war ich lost. Auch wenn ich Stenzel Classic das True Ending habe ich nicht geschafft, weil das war echt kompliziert. Ja. No. I turned my back on her without responding. No matter what her goal was. She had been sent from that house. There was no way anything good could come out of could come of that. And there was no way I could live with someone who had ties to them. I prayed she would take the hint, give up and leave.
Master!
And so I kept ignoring her.
Master, Master!
I ignored.
Master!
I ignored her.
Master, what would you like for supper?
Nothing! But failed, spinning back and shouting. Her eyes went wide, and then she gave a sheepish giggle. I glared at her as she fidgeted uncomfortably.
Eating is one of the most basic human needs. So if you're hungry, you really should eat. You should really eat.
I said I didn't want. What was that sound?
Must you ask?
So the
That's not a very polite thing to ask a lady.
growling, no?
Yeah.
Huh?
I, farted.
I have to poop.
It was a long trip and all I had to eat on the road was dried fruit. I felt like I was some kind of animal. So, what I'm trying to say is that I'm hungry.
That wasn't the sound of her stomach growling, was it? Ja, doch, Sherlock.
Pet foods mit.
Ja, sie hat gefurzt, richtig fett so. I thought lightning had struck in the distance.
Nah.
Ja, moin.
And would like some supper.
The kitchen is at the far end of the hall on the first floor. There's food in the cellar.
Oh, der Keller.
Mhm.
Ob's da schon war?
Help yourself to any of it.
Thank you so much. Warte mal ganz kurz, ich will... Oh.
Wäh. Ja, also Freunde, Gold Soundtrack und ja, wir haben nochmal nachgeschaut, was engraved on the floor. Ich lese mal vor, Freunde. Our lives shall be forfeit to the witch's curse. Nevertheless, we must lay bare those with sin upon their souls, for the redemption of those whom are pure. Should you mean not to despair your curse, we implore of you, O witch, to mark with it only their bloodlines. The blood of the sinners flows through those who dwelt within this house, but not I.
Ja, nicht sicher, was damit gemeint ist immer noch, aber...
Na, klar.
But not I. Okay, let's go. Thank you so much. I honestly feel like I haven't eaten in days and I'm about to die of starvation. Oh, and I shouldn't need any help finding it. I plan on exploring the house anyway.
I guess wir spielen jetzt immer aber als Michel, ne? Wir sehen immer seine Gedanken.
Aber am Anfang haben wir auch die Gedanken von ihr gehört.
Ja.
Als sie zu Magic gekommen.
Ja, was ich aber cool finde, ist jetzt, wo wir wissen, wer wir sind,
Ja.
replayen wir das sozusagen.
Ja.
Also wir gehen nur durch alte Erinnerungen. Aber für uns ist es ja neu als Spieler.
It's rather exciting being in a new place. Hey.
Damn it! That did not go as planned. Oh well. She can do as she pleases. I'll have nothing to do with it.
Oh, Master, are you sure you don't?
No.
Master.
What is it now?
My name is Giselle.
The window.
It is a pleasure to meet you. The windows. And your name, oh, Master, you?
I actually left the room that time, making my way back to my chambers.
Sehr höflich.
At some point, I would seriously have to chase her out. Was ich mich auch frage, sehen wir jetzt mal, was in seinen Chambers war? Also warum er nie wollte, dass Leute in seinen Chamber kommen? Also, es war ja wegen dem Curse. Und hier hatte den Curse ja anscheinend auch, ne? Aber die Mutter ist ja noch am Leben. Und er hat ja... Also... Vielleicht ist es ein anderer Curse, den er hat, weißt du?
No idea.
Especially considering she had come from that house. But regardless, I was not terribly fond of her. Boah, die Musik gerade echt fresh. An der Freunde, würde ich sagen, beenden wir diese Aufnahme. Und Giselle und Michel, boah. Sehr nice. Jetzt sehen wir die Fifth Door, die real Fourth Door, I guess. So kann man es auch nennen, aber es ist halt Fifth Door, damit es nicht verwirrend ist. Und ja, ich habe sehr Bock, Freunde. Lasst gerne ein Like und ein Abo da. Schreibt gerne in die Kommentare, wie ihr es findet bisher so. Und ich muss ehrlich sagen, sehr fresh. Und aktiviert gerne die Glocke. Und damit würde ich sagen, wieder schauen, Freunde. Und
Reingehauen.
ciao.